Hello Anderson County, this is Councilman Brett Sanders recapping October the 15th, 2024's council meeting. Tonight we had a project Anderson expansion, which is actually a company called SMF. Now that third reading's finalized, we can share that. This company is investing $7.5 million, creating 89 jobs at an average salary of $20.67 per hour. And you know, tonight it was mentioned, and I was glad to hear that it's going in the area in Anderson is, I think he said, a 14% unemployment rate. So it's great to see these opportunities going in areas that have the workers that can get in there and create a life for their family. And actually, the 2067, I think some of the jobs, I think it was like 40% of them was close to $30 an hour. So these are starting out, but these are jobs that have the potential to grow and expand your roles with the company and increase your wages. And the other thing, it's a local company right here in Anderson County, and glad to see they're here. I think last year they paid $3,500 in taxes, and in 2024 the taxes will be $36,515 that they're paying. So increase the tax base and creating jobs is always good, especially in areas that need the economic development. Also tonight we had a vote on for our planning commission, our building codes or development, and it was actually when a company comes in, and I had someone I think tonight spoke, so well, everything comes from the planning department as approved by the planning department. Well, it's approved based on the criteria that meets. The ones that's not approved don't go to the planning commission, so it gets shot down. So everything that does go comes as a recommendation from the planning commission, or it gets denied. So that will solve that. But now we're putting some more things in place to where as a development comes in or anything, basically you come in, you have a report now from the planning department that goes to the planning committee. That report, it has to have information from the schools, fire, sheriff's department, water, power. So basically it gets everything that they need to go in to see, so they can make a valid decision or an educated decision based on the facts that they have. And a lot of times you'll hear the planning commission, the school can't handle it or the road can't handle it. Well, sometimes it can. You may have to sit through the red light twice, but SCDOT says, hey, our road's safe, we have no problem with it. But basically this will get all that up front, and when it goes to the planning commission, they will have the materials and the resources they need to make an educated denial or approval. A lot of times, you see things that, it gets denied, and it's more of a feeling or an emotional type denial that you can't factually justify. And then what happens is whoever got denied, they go across the street to the new courthouse and they file an appeal. Well, that costs the taxpayers anywhere from $11,000 to $15,000 for every appeal that's filed. So I think this will give the planning commission a lot more teeth. It will give them the tools they need to make a rational and educated decision based on facts, and it will end up saving the taxpayers money in the long run on appeals or frivolous appeals.
It'll also save the planning commission time, right?
Oh yeah, time, effort, and the thing again, it's not as roads and bridges, wastewater, storm water. I mean, all the departments or anything that is affected by a development or a process or a building or a subdivision, basically, it's all there, and everything's answered and adjusted, and you can actually see that, hey, we don't have the adequate resources, so this project is not going to pass. And they can move on somewhere else, and I think it'll save. I think it'll save the development side of it. It'll save them time instead of wasting money and spending time to find out, hey, this project doesn't meet or doesn't qualify. So I think overall it's a huge step forward, and it's given the planning commission the teeth they deserve. I respect and admire everyone on the planning commission. We've got a good planning commission. And the thing is, they're in there making a decision where one side of the room's happy and the other side's mad. So, and it's hard to balance, people have property rights. We have constitutional rights. We have property rights. And you have to balance that along with what you're either voting for or against. And you have to be able to validate your decision on the way you voted, and I think this will help validate the decision. Also, tonight we had a resolution on the transportation tax, or the 1 penny tax for roads. That was basically what it's doing is 1% of what you pay or buy goes back towards paving only. Paving, guardrail, safety. You can't spend it on employees. You can't spend the money on equipment. It has to go to paving and safety. And then that will be voted on this coming up, November's election. And basically, like I said, it will generate some money to actually see some differences here. I mean, right now I think a bad road is about $1 million a mile to pave, and I think you can get one resurfacing in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. And we've got 1,571 miles of county roads. All the bridges that we have that can go on bridge repair, I think, yeah. And with this recent storm, it made the situation we have with roads and bridges right now even worse. I mean, we had some bridges wash out. It's not cheap to fix a bridge. And the other thing, I think on the study that was calculated or done, 35% of those funds are being generated by out-of-state, out-of-county residents. You think about all the people coming in for a football game, and I know a lot of people are thinking, well, that penny or gas tax. Well, the gas tax, that goes to state roads. The county does see some of those funds, and I'm actually as you go out and about, you're seeing, the state's actually spending money and doing some paving. And I'm glad to see that they're spending it here in Anderson County instead of Horry County or Charleston down at the port. So we just got to stay vocal and make sure our voices are heard and keep things moving in the right direction. Okay, yeah, and if you have any questions or concerns about, the 1 cent road tax or transportation tax, reach out to your council person. We're all have been educated on it, and I'm a firm believer in people have the rights to know, and people should have the right to voice their opinion and vote on it, and that's basically what this is. It's not something that county council is going to vote or can vote on to say this is what we're going to do. So it lets the people have input, and they can vote for it, they can vote against it, but I truly think without it, our roads situation is going to probably be about like what it's always been. Also, tonight during closing remarks, we always, each council member gets a few minutes to say what's on their mind or share information, and it was unanimous. Every council member there tonight spoke on our staff, our county employees, our administrators. During this last, 2 weeks and a few days, I mean, Anderson County was hit hard. And when you see all the trees down, the power out, these people, and they had their little command center up there at the Civic Center, and I know for a fact several of them had been there like 3 days straight without going home to their own families who don't have power or trees down. And it just shows the caliber management and the caliber employees we have here in Anderson County, and man, they have stepped up and showed out, and I'm glad that I don't think we can praise them enough, but they worked hard. They've got everything. I know people still have a lot of trees and stuff down, but we did also tonight vote to approve a bid for a subcontractor to come in and help with the cleanup and debris. So they'll be coming around. And also I had someone call me and like, hey, we got our debris out there, but they picked it up and we still aren't finished, but they will come back around, and it's just going to take some time. And I hope everyone is safe, and I feel like now everyone's power's back on. I want to thank the linemen that I met from all different areas and different states, even as far away as Canada, that came down here and really stepped up to help the citizens of Anderson. So kudos to all of them. Just glad to be here and glad to have my power back on. Still no internet at the office, but that's fine. You know, we can live with that. But I hope everyone has a great evening, and thank you for tuning in.